Harris. His guys got the season started on the right foot. A home victory in the season opener. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Mike Tirico, Greg Wilson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. A very good field position to start as the return is past the point. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. When you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standards. If it's any indication of how today's going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
A gain there of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
32-yard line.
Up in the middle, here's Jones. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll try and play with some pace early on.
It's now second and 6.
Wonder, Mike, how are teams going to respond to a close loss like we saw last week? And some teams come out and they're sleepwalking, they're still thinking about what could have been, but not them. They came out with a clear plan, a clear way to attack this defense, really well executed opening script, and they come away with the early touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Mo Breaker. Got it. And the Vikings will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. We'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be third down.
And it's third down. 3rd and 12.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked up by the center, Harrison Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Take over first and 10.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. This is Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Try to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Again, it's Jones. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jordan
The
Fuller
tackle by
in that
Jordan
time for
Fuller.
the stop.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third
Try and run for the
and
first down with Jones. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line. The official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
First down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very
Intended
stout.
for T.J.
That's going to bring up
Hawkinson.
2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw is McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's going to have the first down and more. And they're going to be set up down as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Now a timeout.
And the
That's their
first down.
They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
The 5-yard line.
Throwing again is McCarthy. And that is on in the end zone. He's Will Riker now on for the extra point. His kick is good. The Vikings will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Falcons nothing.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Falcons
offense ready to take over for their second possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
To Bijan Robinson. A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Here's a 3rd down and 4 as we are ready to get back underway. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 30.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
A gain of 30.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. There he goes, inside the 30. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
24 more yards. That's another Falcons.
And they'll run back of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Vikings 16-yard
The
line.
gun, here is Penix. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free.
Passes.
And the Vikings has the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll run with Robinson. And he will score! Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. He works free, right side. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Keelan Robinson to return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, they were 5-12, the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson, they continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams, and that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay, they've clearly been the top 3 for the last couple years, but if Chicago and that roster, if that's your 4th best team in your division, I'll tell you what, those are going to be some really competitive division games this year.
And I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's the... That'll be intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Oklahoma.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
On play action, Penix. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun,
At the
it's
50-yard
Penix.
line.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Penix sacked.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 14.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way into the end zone. There is a marker down. We're going to get the call, but I think this one is going to stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
Here's Coop for the extra point.
After.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. On is Coop for the point after. He knocks it through. The Falcons are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Falcons 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Price now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside of the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets the Jags, who are also playing between 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in Week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, Week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this league to continue to expand. There's so much fun international cities out the world.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. On Sunday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ivan Pace on the coverage.
Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Penix on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Left side here. Caught by Addison. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6.
It's a gain of 16
left on the 2nd quarter clock.
That's another Vikings first down.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a rock with that one. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. A ball deep for the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Raheem Morris now will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go.
Kickoff for the Vikings.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. McLeod now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, the division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division. Yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago.
In trouble, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Jonathan Grenard. He's in for the sack. And it will lead to 4th and very long. The Falcons send their punting unit out, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Now a handoff. Jones. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
Looks like he
Defense.
might have gotten there early. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
A run. It's Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Caden
A
Ellis.
tough spot here.
A loss of 1.
And
Brings up
long.
3rd down and 11.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. Into space. Inside the 30. He's going to bring this one back to distance. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point.
Youngway Koo lining up for the point after.
Trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Vikings ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st
Here
and
comes
10.
Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team get the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference that when they kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable terms.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season. When you're playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that
And he's in! Aaron Jones! Touchdown, Minnesota!
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
So now McCarthy's going to bring up the Vikings, and they will go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw, it's McCarthy. This is
The 2-point
he's got
conversion
it.
is
And they
successful.
tack 2 more
Makes the score
onto their lead.
And it sounds like I'm being biased, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson. And he'll get it up here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll get this out wide. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Falcons first down.
Yards. And the Falcons first down.
On the give, it's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of yards. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll drop to throw. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there. Trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll get about 5. Now a timeout. That's the first. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Look at play action here with McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. And that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
He's got it. And the Vikings will open it up even further. Here is his 4th record out now following the touchdown. As he kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Now, 2nd and 4. Now going to keep it himself. And he gets this up close to the first down. Mark him at the 32. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. To wind up a turnover on down. On the handoff, Jones. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now timeout for an injured player. It's Justin Jefferson, a man they cannot afford to lose. A give now. It's Jones on the zone read. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. He was taking things over before third down.
Brings up third down.
And Jones can't sweep and instead run it up the middle. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
Fourth down.
They fading the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Penix now off the bootleg. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
Smith on the coverage.
They'll throw. It's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. Still on the move. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's first down. From the gun, here is Penix. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete. Second and 10.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Penix gonna throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What about this crowd getting even louder before third and 10? Again, it's Penix. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might be the friendly issue. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So, a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Falcons.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say, so long from Minneapolis.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty to get you caught up on. Let's start in Detroit. The Lions at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And it's the dangerous speedster, Jameson Williams. He's going to haul it in middle of the field, and from there it's a foot race, and they won't catch him. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. Well done here. It's a touchdown. Lastly, let's get down to Miami. The Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's the New England defense that comes up with the big play here. They force the fumble, and it's a scoop and score for the touchdown. The Pats get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.